This is Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra versus Google Pixel 9 Pro XL audio test, and also portrait video versus the video blur. We have UHD 30 FPS on Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and Full HD 30 FPS on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Galaxy S25 Ultra is around the corner, so we will check if S24 Ultra is still a good phone in 2025. It has 200 megapixel main sensor, while Google Pixel 9 Pro XL has 50 megapixel main and 48 megapixel ultra wide and telephoto. This will be a really good flagship fight. So I think that's it for the portrait video. Now let's check some portrait shots. Starting with the portrait mode on the ultra-wide lens, Google Pixel is not using the ultra-wide and telephoto, so S24 Ultra takes the win on the ultra-wide portrait. This is the 1.5x and 2x on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and the main sensor 1x on S24 Ultra. In terms of edge detection, the latest Pixel is better than the older Pixels, while Samsung is one of the best in terms of edge detection. Looking at the details, S24 Ultra gives you a more natural looking portrait with great facial details, while Google Pixel 9 tends to smoothen the subject. On 3x, you would see inconsistency on S24 Ultra. Just because this phone is using multiple sensors for portrait mode, Pixel 9 Pro XL is just using the main sensor and cropping in from 1.5x to 3x. I still feel using the multiple sensors is the best way to go. There's no 5x on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Again, it's not using the ultra wide nor the telephoto on portrait mode. The new Pixel 9 Pro XL has a wider option for selfie, though it actually misses on the background blur, but generally if it kicks in, it's pretty good both daylight and nighttime. The subject on the image is also a little bit beautified. Now we're testing the video features and the video resolution, starting with the selfie camera on Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. This is in 4K 60 FPS, 12 megapixel. And this is the newer Google Pixel 9 Pro XL 42 megapixel f1.7 sensor on the selfie camera. This is in 4K 60 FPS. Now going for the rear camera, this is Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra in 8K 30 FPS. And we have a cloud-based upscaling 8K 30 FPS video on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. This is the dual video recording on S24 Ultra. There's no mode like this on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. I think the biggest difference in the resolution is on the portrait video. You only have full HD 30 FPS on Google Pixel 9, while Samsung Galaxy S24 can record 4K on both the rear and the selfie. In terms of image quality, I was actually pleasantly surprised with both phones. Time and time again, you would hear me that I think flagship phones today render colors closer in real life. Though there's a little bit of difference in terms of color profile on both phones, but the color accuracy is spot on. You will notice that S24 Ultra is still a little bit vivid than the competition. The latest Pixel 9 Pro XL is a little bit brighter than Samsung. If you look on the details, 200 megapixel versus 50 megapixel, they're both using pixel binning technology and they're super close. Images are very detailed and sharp. In terms of highlights, it's a little bit toned down on the new Pixel with that HDR look. But again, if you're not doing a side-by-side test, I feel like both phones will produce exceptional image quality that you would love. And in terms of focal lengths, you have ultra-wide main sensor and 5 times optical zoom for both phones. S24 Ultra has an extra 3 times optical zoom. Going for the slow motion, both phones has exceptional quality, but in terms of resolution, you got better 4K 120 FPS on S24 Ultra. This is the video stabilization and video quality test. Google Pixel 9 Pro XL versus S24 Ultra. We're starting with the ultra wide lens 0.5 on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and 0.6 a little bit punched in on S24 Ultra. But can you see the colors of the sky? I think in terms of colors, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL is closer in real life, but I will check this in post-production. I know that S24 Ultra is also similar in terms of color accuracy. Now we're testing the video stabilization. Now we're checking the main sensor. Also, in terms of audio difference, we have spatial audio on both phones. So if we switch from one lens to the other, there will be an audio or voice difference. So looking at the colors again on this house and the color of the sky and even the trees, really good color accuracy on both phones. Checking the flaring. Again, let's check the video stabilization. We have 2x lossless crop on pixel and 3x optical zoom on S24 Ultra. In terms of video stabilization, I think obviously pixel will be better. It's using digital stabilization now because it's cropping in on the main sensor. But the stabilization on S24 Ultra is still really good. But in terms of quality, which phone do you think is better? Looking at the chair here. And lastly, we have 5x optical zoom on Pixel 9 Pro XL and also 5x optical zoom on S24 Ultra. Again, which phone do you think is better in terms of colors, details, and color accuracy? Again, checking the video stabilization. And in terms of for the zoom, we got 20x on Pixel 9 Pro XL and also 20x on Galaxy S24. Which phone do you think is better in terms of sharpness and details? Switching back to the main sensor and the ultra wide, which phone do you think is better?
Late night feels like I'm all alone.
I feel like on night shots, if you have good enough light, and because both phones produces natural looking photos, they would look the same, just a difference on exposure. Generally, S24 has better exposure, and Pixel 9 Pro XL has better contrast, sometimes crushing the shadows. Here, there's just a little bit of purplish tone on Samsung, just because it wants to expose the scene better.
About nothing at all, got me at every word. Serotonin to my heart, I wanna let you know that you can't call me.
But in terms of pitch black condition, you would notice again, there's better exposure in S24 Ultra. A little bit soft because I shoot this handheld, but Pixel 9 Pro XL is darker and noisier, but you would see it is sharper.
Girl, it's healing, you're my medicine.
Also, in terms of focal lengths, all sensors on both phones can shoot night shots.
Something inside comes alive when you laugh.
We are starting this low-light video test on Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra in 4K 30 FPS. This phone has 12 megapixel f2.2 sensor. Now let's switch to the Pixel. And this is the low-light video recording on Google Pixel 9 Pro XL in 4K 30 FPS. It has 42 megapixel f1.7, so technically the aperture is bigger. So the quality of the video should be better and brighter than S24 Ultra. But those are numbers, so we're doing a side-by-side video test of the selfie camera. Again, 4K 30 FPS. Which phone do you think is better? And this is the low-light video test, starting with the ultra-wide lens. In 4K 30 FPS, S24 Ultra has 0.6 and Pixel 9 Pro XL is 0.5. In terms of colors, contrast, I like the contrast on Pixel 9 Pro XL. S24 Ultra has a little bit of purple tint to it. But in terms of exposure, which phone do you think is better? I think the trees are better exposed on Pixel. Switching to 1x, which is the main sensor. Again, looking at the 3. I like the details though on and the sharpness on S24 Ultra. Also, Pixel 9 Pro XL is also good in terms of white balance. Warmer on Pixel 9, and you have a bluish or purple tint on S24 Ultra. This is 3x versus 2x, and you would see that there's more details on the optical zoom on S24 Ultra. And in terms of the farthest zoom, or rather the farthest optical zoom, 5x, in terms of details, I like the details on both phones. I think in terms of white balance, brighter on Pixel 9 Pro XL, and I think S24 Ultra is more color accurate. And in terms of for the zoom, 20x on both phones. Which has better details and sharpness. Again, switching back to the main sensor, which phone do you think is better? If you get the answers you need and you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Google Pixel 9 Pro XL is a great value flagship phone. It gives almost everything that the more costly competition has. Pixel fanboys will crucify me on this, but let's be honest, after a few iterations of Tensor, we can now feel the difference of a real flagship chip, because Tensor cannot give us a high resolution on video, but still on the software side, Pixel 9 produces great image quality. While S24 Ultra is still a great choice in 2025, I think the only phone that can beat this is the upcoming S25 Ultra. You have a proper 8K video recording, not upscaling like the Pixel 9 Pro XL. You have a proper 4K slow motion, using all the sensors on portrait mode, and just generally from the image quality and video stabilization, S24 Ultra is still superior.